Hi there, this is Mike of Nearly Enough Dice, and this is Kerbal Space Program. And I have reached the Sod It, I'm going for orbit phase of the game. I was trying to do a survey mission. I've still got a survey mission to do, but it's too hard and too annoying. And also, I have to be in flight above 18,700 meters. So, I mean, I might as well just try that from orbit. So, if I'm being sensible, which I'm not, clearly, I will go to mission control first and take the orbit mission before I do anything. Mission control. I was going for orbit. I could try the decoupler thing. I'm not going to do that. So. I'm actually going to load my survey ship. Where's my survey craft? Oh, look if that's going to be enough. It's very close. It's right. It's as close as I can get to. I'm sorry, I've stopped talking. It's as close as I can get to. Zoom in. I can't remember if goo is massless or not. I can't remember. I think it is. So I'm going to slap some goo on the side. Just for extra science. I can't do any EVAs because I never got around to getting that. And I can't remember if I may have been in or I may have. I don't know. I think I'm alright. So I'm gonna try with this beast. Go to launch. I mean, the main reason I haven't succeeded before is I've just been fanning about with trying to make massive changes to my direction. So I would pass over a certain place. And given I don't actually care about that, I just need to unlock the stages because during my last survey mission, I always have to unlock the stages. I always have to lock them because I just have this habit of hitting spacebar at really, really stupid moments. What the hell is that? There's a leak. Oh, and that might be my destination. Meters away, is that kilometers away? I can't tell because as soon as I put my mouse over it, I can't see what the unit is, but that's where the mouse button is. No idea. Okay, never mind. So we're going to go due up until this point. Now, what I'm going to be doing, what I'm wanting to do is get my apoapsis up above 70k. Actually, go from here. And that's when I start thinking about different burns to get myself actually into something resembling an orbit. I don't know if or maybe 30k is going to be enough. I don't know. Right. Turn off engines. Now we're going to wait until we actually get up there. And then basically I'm going to point to the horizon. And go for it. In fact, I can do that now. So my apoapsis isn't changing. In fact, it's going up slightly. I just ran out of fuel. Oh no, for some reason I hit X. Oh, I've run out of fuel. Oh, I didn't quite make it. Probably wasted too much time going up. I could have gone along. Maybe I should have waited till going to actual apoapsis and then done my burn. Alright, let's redo it. Oh, no, I want to revert flames. Revert launch. So I think I've got what I need. So I think I'll just do that again. I'll unlock everything. Do the same. Remember to turn on my pilot, because my pilot is my guidance system at this moment. Okie dokie. Minor change in staging. Now I'm going to lock that, just in case, because I am stupid. And so again, what I'm doing is I'm waiting for the apoapsis, or apoaps. Apoapsis. See, Scott Manley pronounces it as apoaps, and he knows what he's talking about and stuff. So he says apoaps, but I say apoapsis. Yeah. Might be one of those things where it's the difference between what you call it and what it looks like. Yeah. So now we're going to wait until we actually hit apoapsis for this time. I am going to point myself at the horizon. Can't remember what that symbol is. Feel I should know. Time warp a little bit. I think that may well be the. I think that's the circularize your orbit thing. I think. Yes. I'm being an idiot. I don't know what I've just done. I should just aim to the horizon. Well, shall we go again? Shall we go again? I'm just going to aim at the horizon this time. I'm competent. I know what I'm doing. Next time, aim at horizon. Forget everything else. Don't know what that was. I let myself get seduced by what appeared to be a lovely symbol that was what I wanted, and I now think it was lying to me, or I didn't know what I was talking about. Whichever you think is most likely, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to go with I'm an idiot. I think that might be the sensible. Turn on the pilot. Rearrange the staging again. Throttle up. See if we can't actually make it into orbit this time. Can't remember. I'm trying to remember if 30k, 70k is what I need for my upper access, or if I can get by with 30. 70, I think, is the number. 70 is the number I associate with it. I've got to say. So we are going to hit X at the moment. We hit what appears to be the right amount. I'm also going to whoop. Don't know what those loud noises are. I worry about them, to be honest. Right, so we'll wait till we get to that. We're going to point at the bloody horizon, and we're going to ignore everything else. We're just going to point at the horizon. I'm not quite sure what that was. It looked like it was doing what I wanted, and then it stopped doing what I wanted. And in fact, told me to head face first into the ground, which is not my preferred anything really. Now, what I'm hoping is that I can get an orbit and still have a bit of fuel left, because then I might be able to do smart-ass things like drift over the area I'm supposed to be surveying. So really now it's all going to be about do I have enough fuel to make some kind of sensible orbit? And if this one doesn't work, I think this is going to be the best demonstration of this particular. Right, I think I need more fuel to get up here. Yeah, it looks like I think that's about as good a burn as I could have made with what I've got. I think I need more fuel once I get to that stage. So we are going to revert the flight. I'm guessing we're going to go back to vehicle assembly. So take away these things. Now, how many fuel tanks have I got at the moment? I don't think I need very much more fuel. Alright, we'll get that out of the way. So I currently have 2 fuel tanks. I think I need one of the dinky ones. I really don't think I need much more than that one. I'm just going to put that one on. So I do now have a fair amount of, well, sun mass. See if I can chuck on a booster. A couple of boosters. Even with very reduced weights. At this point, I probably might be better off with Sephitrons. What's their thrust? 18, 315. They're probably just taking up weights, to be perfectly honest. At that stage, they're probably just making my life difficult. What the hell with it? Let's go with it. Let's see what happens. Very scientific process, this, involving me chucking random things on my rocket and seeing what happens. They're also not very aerodynamic, so I should probably, having some separators would probably be a good idea. There we go. Good chuck. Yeah, no, that's actually it's all as I want. I just want to move that in there. Yeah, so they're not actually helping all that much at all. So I might be better off without them. They're just being weight. So I might be better off just junking them. Another possibility is I chuck. So the big sort of booster, I might have one for one extra booster, one extra just solid fuel booster on top of the big one. So the big one goes, then the little one goes as an extra stage. That might be the next thing to try. Throw up. Lock. Now, so the question is, am I now going to be able to hit the right apoapsis? Let's plonk that up and let's get that up. That's not what I wanted. I wanted that one. Can I get to apoapsis of 70k with? Do I really need to get to 70k? I really should do better. Because if I can get up, if I can do an orbit at more like 30 or something. 70 is just this number that's in my head, and I don't know if it's an accurate number. So I will write to we'll see how we go. All right. Is that more than I had? That is the question. Point ourselves to the horizon. And wait until apoapsis. And I'll just take this brief moment in time to have a quick orbit. I'm just looking at stuff on my tablet and see if 70 is in fact the orbit that I need. Or not. Because if I can do it at a lower thing, the space begins at 70,000 meters above. Okay. Now, do I have more than I did last time? I did not pay any attention, so I don't know. Got lots of monopropellant, which I don't think actually helps me. Can I find? Oh, I can't find out. I suspect I need to unlock some things before I can. The main thing is I may not actually have enough to get into orbit and then get back down again. So that's going to be something I want to do. Like I'm exactly on that perhaps. Right, let's burn some fuel. burn all the fuel. Hopefully not all the fuel. Be nice if we had some to get back down again. But I think it was more orbity than I was. So right, let's just revert back to the vehicle center. Right, so we're gonna get rid of these. We're gonna move the whole thing up so a bit more. So I'm thinking, can I? Right, I would want a. Actually, quick look at engines. That's got a thrust of 315. That's got a thrust of 250. Ah, I've also thought of something. I suddenly realised something. So take that away. Take that away. I've got the very manoeuvrable engine, not the actual max thrust 215. I was using the manoeuvrable engine, not the extra thrusty engine. Whereas I want the extra thrusty engine. I'm going to chuck the fuel back up, and then I can have a look at it. Right, so how much am I over? Not very much. So oh, okay, maybe I don't go on. Right, so big booster, small booster, better engine, and I've got more fuel. Let's try this one. And I'm going to rename it Orbit Orbit or Bust. Or Bust. Or nobody bust. Can I put back it in? Okay. There we go. Orbit or Bust, probably Bust. Save that. Using that symbol that young people will not recognize. That is in fact a storage medium called a floppy disk, which you have never seen. Except in stories. Ask your parents about floppy disks. And they won't care. They won't care at all. Actually, I'm going to take a moment because I keep seeing a thing off that way. So if I go to the Space Center, will I be able to see what that thing is? Right, so that's that. I keep seeing something off into the distance, but it's apparently not registering. Oh well, I don't know what it is. It might be the navigation point, but right, unlock everything. Oh, I haven't checked the staging. Big thing, small thing. Just chuck that in there. So they go off at the same time, and then chuck those together as well. So they go off at the same. I should really do that in the the vehicle launch section. But, let's go. Have I locked again? Turn on my pilot. I should be doing clever things like making notes of how far I was when the main booster ran out, and things like that. But that would involve taking a scientific approach to this whole business. Let's roll up. Okay. Let's see what happens this time. So I don't know if that booster setup was more efficient or anything. Apart from anything else, I've got a more efficient or more thrusty engine at this stage. Right, I definitely have more fuel. Because I'm sure I didn't have 172 of fuel before. I'm sure I had less. I'll bring up my ball. Always look at your balls. Sorry about that. That was an awful thing to say. I'm just going to quickly check. Yeah, I've locked my stage because I'm an idiot and I want to make sure I don't do anything stupid. I think I've got more fuel than I had at this stage. So we will see what happens. I do wonder whether I'd be able to angle myself better. Is this something I should have waited to do in the atmosphere because I want to go straight up? So when I'm going through the densest part of the atmosphere, I'm just going through as least of it as possible by going straight up. But then as the atmosphere, even in the booster stage, I could have changed things. Right, my orbit, it is getting wider. My fuel, it is getting less. And I mean, ideally, I want to have enough to get not just orbit, but I don't think I'm gonna make it. Certainly, this is more orbit shaped than I've ever been. No, still not. What can I do? I'm not, at this stage, I don't know whether it's is it a flight problem I'm having now? Is it the design of my rocket ship? Is it something else? Is it the design of my rocket ship? Is it the design? Is it my flying? Is it my flying that's pants? Decisions. I'm going to go back to the vehicle assembly. So I'm wondering if that's actually helping me at all, because that was such a short burn. I might be better off just taking this away. Oh, that's annoying. What I should probably do is go check out. Scott Manley has this video on making a orbital capable vehicle. So that dinky thing was. Did I just? Oh, that's the. Right, let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the whole bloody big. Ugh. Get rid of the whole thing. Anyway, yeah, he's got a thing on making with the 18-ton limit. Ooh, how much extra? How much have we got? 17.5. So in theory I could get another right, but I've got a lot now. I've got a lot more fuel. But of course the problem is I'm now taking more fuel into orbit, which means blah 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 blah. So this bottom booster is going to have a lot more work to do. So we'll save that. But it is going to have slightly less work to do than it had when there was a booster on top, or a solid rocket booster on top. Instead of adding more fuel, so really what I'm hoping is that I don't know why I started zoomed out so far on this. There you go. Turn on my pilots. Should really do that beforehand. I'll throttle up for later. Try and bend slightly over that way. Wait for that to run out of fuel. Don't know why you're looking so happy. Bring up that. Bring up my ball. Right, my apoapsis isn't climbing as fast. I don't think. Not sure, but it seems to be already a more circular orbit because I think I've shifted down a bit. Right, so I have 20 more fuel than I did before. Whether that's going to be enough to do any good, who knows? Quite frankly, if this fails, then I think I'm just going to grab a tutorial and do it that way. Just follow that step by step, which is probably what I should be doing anyway. So there we go. Now I've got about 20 more fuel than I had. The question is 20 more fuel going to do it? And that might, in fact, I mean, ideally, I'm going to have 20 more fuel, and I'll have enough to get my orbit. It always looks really good, and then you zoom out and look at how big the planet is, and go. And it is really hard to tell because of just how non-linear the whole thing is. No, very close. Whoop, that was useless. So I'm guessing that doesn't count. No. I hope the orbital tutorials aren't just, first off, make enough money that you can upgrade your launch pad. Because clearly that's not a thing I can do right now. It was so easy in the tutorial. Well, in the tutorials, in the tutorial section, I've not really used it for tutorials. Right, liquid fuel rocket.
These two stages separate. Anything else left for landing to stumble on will be expensive, not too large fuel tank for any different orbit. Cheapest orbiting how we can't stop there. Right, so the suggestion is
two liquid fuel rockets, two liquid fuel stages.
Which I can
understand because I'm hefting a lot of mass when I get up to that. So let's get rid of that. Let's put it to the side for the moment, just in case. Right. Alright, which fuel tanks are which? So fuel tank and the 909 engine. Wow. Stack decoupler. Oh, they're wanting a T800 fuel tank, which I don't actually have. So I'm just going to take right to the and that. Well, you know, shut those away. It must be said that I do have some weight left over, so I don't see any particular reason why I can't chuck on a booster stage. Almost completely fueled booster stage. Right, so that's a very stupid sequence there because that's going off at the exact same time as it gets decoupled, which is probably not optimal. So boost those at the same time, those we got at the same time, and the rest is the same. Don't know why I'm putting parachutes on that. I'm never going to see it again. So save that. Go of launch. Right, so it's saying I should do it all from here. And to be perfectly honest, I don't really need to see the rocket going whoosh, although it's quite pleasant to do so. So throttle up, turn on, hit space. Check to see whether or not I've locked everything, which I have. Turn that on. Can I activate stages from here? No, I can't. So the guide was lying to me. Right, so get up to 10,000 meters. Keep pointing straight up until I get to 10,000 meters. Turn gravity 45 east until 70 kilometers approximately. So I'm going to throttle down a bit. Gravity turn 45 degrees. Press the D key to angle ship out towards the east. Halfway down the blue part. Now this is where I am on my apparatus. Okay. Okay. So keep burning until I hit 70k. Suggesting going to 70, 75 for extra oomph. Oh, hang on. My apparatus is not climbing at this stage. Well, this wasn't climbing as much as I wanted it to. Now it seems to be climbing again. Probably the problem was I wasn't looking at my. I should have put that on stage only, and then I would have had a view of it. Running out of fuel, basically. So on one hand, my hyperapsis is not going up very fast. On the other hand, I'm getting a nice circular-looking orbit trajectory. So it's nice and wide. So still, my fuel's not running out hugely. Yeah, it's going up the right way, I guess. Okay. So it looks like my original problem was going off too much in a ridiculously straight up direction. Whereas after about 10k meters, it's looking like that's when you angle off. So I'm going to give it to 75 just to give myself some wiggle room. That'll do. So now the thing is, I've got less fuel than I normally have by this stage. But I've got a smaller spacecraft, I should say. A smaller and completely invisible spacecraft. There we go. And I've already got a pretty wide trajectory. Shoot, but I've got a lot less fuel. But I weigh a lot less. Decisions. You know, it's all. You know. Right. So. Go on for a full burn, which I'm, you know, not necessarily what I need to do, but I keep pointing myself at the horizon, because the horizon will shift as the planet moves beneath me, and as I. Oh, you see, I'm already better than I ever have been. I have fuel left over. Woo! And that's going backwards, which is actually a good thing. That's a good. Yes. Right. What's my periapsis? Yes. So I've probably overdone it, in fact. But that's me having succeeded at that. So I've got some cash money from that. That's quite nice. Well, we'll go into person view. Might wait until I can go down and see my spacecraft. Right, let's go. Right, let's see. Where are we? Problem with it being dark and all, I can't really see where we are. So what I'm wanting to see if I can't get a nice. There we go. Where's the planet? So we're going around this way. So we should get a nice sunrise. Which will have the added bonus of being able to see my goddamn show. So while I'm up here, I want to do some science. Yeah, it's pretty. I won't be able to do all the science because you need to upgrade your astronaut facility to do that. I do wonder whether it's possible for me to nip down to my pretty. There's my ship. Right, we'll take a crew report. I think I've already been up here. Yeah, I've been up here enough that that's not actually going to help. We'll grab some goo. Science! Look at all the science! But I can't do any EVAs, which is such a shame. Very tempted to see if I can't.
Now, there's a couple of things I can do.
Would I be able to change my orbit such that I would go over that area? That's actually going to be very hard. I'd probably want to go
Into geostationary.
set up get something to geostationary or Kerbal stationary. Which would be much easier to get something over there, as opposed to because I mean, if I can make an orbit that kind of goes very wild, but I'm not very good at. I will not. Whether you can ever do this, whether you ever get the stuff in Kerbal to do this. Wow, this is going on forever. Yeah, I don't know whether I can because the planet's moving underneath you, and you have to. It's all about getting yourself into the right place. And Right, let's land. Hopefully, I can land. So I want to be retrograde, which is that one, I think. Oh, I can't move because I'm actually pretty sure that one's retrograde. If not, this Kerbal will be in space forever. Zoom slightly. So I'm going to head towards the apoapsis, and then bring the periapsis down to the ground because the periapsis is close. So I probably by going full throttle, I very likely that helped me. That I overshot. So I'm actually wasting. It's going to be taking slightly more fuel to get where I want to go. So I will go. Oh shit! Oh, actually, that wasn't too bad. Slightly annoying, but there you go. Why am I not moving? Can't seem to maneuver. Can't seem to change my spacecraft. Can't seem to move, do any maneuvers. If I've run out of, if I run out of, no, I've not run out of electric charge. It's saying I've run out of electric charge, but I have not. I'm kind of confused with what's happening here. It's actually acting more like the maneuver keys just aren't working as opposed to anything else. Okay, our keys move you. Camera view around. That's something I didn't know. if I can't maneuver my spacecraft, I'm slightly screwed. Because says there's not enough charge, but that is not true. Because there's electric charge all over, unless you need more than 50. And it keeps flicking into running as well. I wonder if I'm not bugged. Anyway, well, I think saving these Kerbals is going to be a separate thing, so I'm going to go back to the Space Center. And I'm going to thank you very much for watching, and I hope you've been enjoying it. And if so, please hit like and subscribe. And am I going to have to set up a rescue mission? Yeah. Anyways. You can also find me at nearlyenoughdice.com, which is a role-playing game themed podcast and blog with me and my podcast partner Liz. And I'm going to try and do this. I've been cutting off. I've been pressing the keys in the wrong time. So until next time, reach for the stars.